have a video queued up for? Okay. Okay. So our first speaker this morning is speaking remotely from South India, I believe. Rishikesan, or Rishi, began his journey with STM docs in 1996 as a typesetter. So that's 3 decades of experience. That's great. And it was here that he first encountered tech and related tools, which remain central to his company's production workflow. 3 decades on, he continues to be part of this same team. And I might add that at a previous TUG meeting some years ago, there was a discussion of what tech has meant for India. And there are hundreds of thousands of people involved in typesetting across the country, thanks to tech. Good. Cue up the video.
Hello, good day and greetings all of you. Myself Rishikesan T, together with Rajagopal, Apu and Rahul. I am presenting TeX and XML-based authoring tools. We are all working in STM document engineering Trivandrum. STM document engineering, also known as STM docs, was founded in 1994 in Trivandrum by CVR brothers to typeset academic research journals and books, and they have been using LaTeX for the entire production for the last 30 years. I joined this company in 1996, and this company, STM Docs, hosted International Tech Users Group conferences in Trivandrum 3 times. In 2025 was the last time, and we will be happy to host more conferences in the coming years if we get opportunities. And STM document engineering developed LaTeX-based authoring and proofing solution called Neptune, and which is widely adopted by the LaTeX author community. And they launched another authoring and proofing solution, which is an XML-based authoring and proofing solution, which is called Primo in 2025. This is all about the company where I work. And the main theme of this presentation is the role of authoring tools in the journal and academic journal and book publishing environment or world, where faster publication and greater precision and post-production are highly demanded. As a typesetter, what are the challenges we are facing, or what are the solutions to achieve all these goals for the publishers? Well, we are actually providing some solutions in this talk. Main thing is speed. Publishers compete to reduce turnaround time for the journals and books. They have competitive advantage, faster publication. The speed directly impacts visibility and citations as far as the impact factor is concerned. So they always forces the typesetters to reduce the turnaround time in producing the output. So, as I said before, shorter production cycles are highly demanded from the typesetters. Publishers provide the LaTeX source files to the typesetting companies and outsourcing. Typesetters, the publishers do not have their own typesetting houses, but they outsource the typesetting services to companies like us. And but at the same time, they are demanding a shorter production cycle, and from the typesetters, the standards and specifications are actually increasing day by day, and with every contract renewal, the cost reduction also is a has also a very important role as far as the typesetter and publisher are concerned. If you look at the graph, you can see in 2000, 18 days were given to typesetters to produce an author proof. The remuneration was also decent. In 2005, it reduced it to 11 days, and 2010, 5 days, 3 days, and 24 hours in 2020, and 2026, it's again further going to reduce. At the same time, along with in line with the reduction in the turnaround time, you can see the remuneration was also reduced considerably, but at the same time, the specifications and standards have been largely increased. This is the current situation in academic journal and book publishing environment. See, on the right hand side, you can see a screenshot, the top and the table in the bottom. The screenshot, you can see an author has marked to reduce the space between the two variables like T and TO, the Greek alphabet TO, and two places marked. But in this manuscript, there were hundreds and hundreds of such occurrences. And in the table, on the left-hand column, the first column, you can see the bottom. See, in the bottom, you can see that author has used CMR fonts to create his manuscript, and the spacing between the variables was super. But on the right hand side, you can see the spacing is more spacing. This is not the typesetters problem. This is because the publisher has chosen TeX fonts to typeset the math content in their journals. By default, the TeX fonts have more space compared to the CMR fonts. So this is a big problem for the author. So he has marked to reduce the space between these characters. So as a typesetter, it's concerned, they have to go and do it manually in many cases. And it is not at all a problem with the typesetter, but all the publisher's problem, because publisher has chosen the font to typeset it. So authors, without being aware of the changes, the authors are always providing negative feedback for the typesetters. They have completely destroyed their paper, they completely destroyed the typography, etc. But as you can see, this is not at all a problem with the typeset. What publisher's expectation is that what author says. Even if they have copy editing rules, publisher journal, publisher house style, etc., they say what finally you comply with the author. That's what the publishers say. So from the manuscript, typesetters are receiving from the authors, so publishers, we have to not only create the PDF, but also we have to create an XML and MathML, which be completely well-formed, parsed or validated against their customized specifications. We have to create a high-quality, accessible PDF, high-quality print PDF, and everything in a very shorter, very quicker turnaround time. And finally, the cost should also be in a very reduced. We have to do the service for a very reduced cost. Finally, author satisfaction scores will also be very high. This is what the publisher expects from typesetters like us. So what are the challenges in achieving all these things or meeting the authors and publishers' expectations? Some of the publishers' manuscript submission system is not at all organized or standard, and it is not at all standard to a certain extent. Authors can upload all the versions of their manuscript. They can upload multiple source files, duplicate files, etc. It is the typesetter's headache to sort out all these things and create a quality output in a very short turnaround time and a very reduced cost. This is the biggest challenge a typesetter is currently facing. It can be done as far as if for a non-tech manuscript, but for a complex tech document, this is not at all simple. To meet this challenge, or to meet the goal, or meet the expectation of the publisher as well as the author, is not a simple task. And the content, many of the content the publisher, the authors are including in the manuscript, there will not be any equivalent MathML or XML tagging. So we have to take care of all those things and create a proper XML, proper PDF output without making any errors or omissions. Most of the tech files will contain complex tech macros, and handling custom LaTeX package is also a biggest challenge. These are not at all challenges if we just need to create PDF from the source files, but these are all becoming a biggest challenge as a problem, because typesetters have to generate some other outputs. In addition to PDF, they have to generate XML, MathML, EPUB, and similar deliverables they have to produce from the text source. in a shorter turnaround time with lesser cost and with high quality or maintaining high typography. This is the biggest challenge. As far as the typesetter, for the last 30 years, I can say this. In the custom designed fonts, some publishers design fonts for their benefit to reduce the page number, to reduce the total number of page length. They design custom fonts. Sometimes others will not be happy. For example, they will be using CMR fonts, but at the same time, they are the final PDF or print of the published output will be in a different font compared to the CMR font. So the others will not be, like typography. So typesetter's responsibility is to satisfy both the authors and the publishers. So this is a big challenge. Some non-standard typesetting template is another challenge because authors will be using single column for the complex tech document with a lot of math equations and forwards and all. But at the same time, the publisher's typeset specification or model for that particular journal will be double column. So it is the typesetter's responsibility to break the equation semantically without making any errors. So here also the main problem is time. This cannot be done automatically. So this we have to input more manual work to do a perfect job without making any errors. So these are the typesetters challenges. And so all these specifications or expectations big impact on typesetters work. Balancing speed and quality is the biggest challenge. So to deal with the complex tech files, we have to give advanced training for the operators. We have to keep a very efficient support system who can look into the complex other macros and create a smooth environment for the transformation from a text file to XML and HTML or other deliverables without losing the quality or introducing any errors. And the publishers expectations that typesetters should automate as far as possible, automate their workflow completely. But how can there are limitations for automation? We cannot automate 100%. We can do everything in an automated way. So there are still manual interventions required. So manual intervention means that we need more time. The quality cannot also be compromised. So these are all the big impact on typesetters when publishers are or others are demanding quick turnaround time and high precision and in a very cost-effective manner. So the proposed solution, we have some solutions to achieve this. If the publishers are unwilling to recognize the challenges outlined above, one of the following solutions should be adopted. For example, for the tech authors or the highly complex mathematical scientific journals where tech is one of the accepted manuscript source, publishers should provide authors a tech-based authoring and proofing solution, a controlled or standard authoring and proofing solution. Who need a YCBig environment to compose their manuscript, an XML-based YCBig authoring tool or a proofing tool should be provided. These are the proposed solutions to meet all three goals like speed, quality, and cost. Tech-based authoring tool. Tech-based authoring tool, as you can imagine, tech-based authoring tools are basically required for the tech authors and not for the word-based authors. In the authoring platform, authoring tool, authors should be able to pick a journal. When they pick a journal, that means when they typeset their manuscript, that manuscript should look like as in the published version. The font, the typesetting, the margins, the trim size, and the complete look and feel and everything should look like as in the published version. So this can, solve a lot of problems which the authors will or others will complain about if a different font and other things are actually chosen. So if there are any non-standard manuscript, if any manuscript that cannot be typeset in the the publisher provided authoring system, that should be treated differently. That should be given a separate turnaround time. More time should be given, and more money should be paid for to handle these complex articles. And also educate others that they are typesetters, or the publisher is not just going to print or create a PDF from the text source they are giving. Instead, they have to create XML, MathML for the future archival purpose. They have to create some other more deliverables from the text file. So they are, and within a very shorter turnaround time, or a shorter turnaround time can be given for production of all these things. So these should be informed. Others should be informed about these two, so that encourage others to use the authoring tools to meet expectations. So as a LaTeX authoring and the proofing solution, we have one tool called Neptune, which is developed by STM Docs. This has been launched in 2018, pre-COVID era. More than 1.5 million tech packages have been already proofed out, and author satisfaction score is consistently 95% over these years. And the many authors, from the feedback that we can see, they request the publishers they say all publishers must adopt Neptune. They have provided this feedback as a feedback to the publisher, as well as some of the authors have taken this or given this feedback in some of the social media as well. And the PDF produced from Neptune is actually completely in a journal default style, in which journal they have already submitted the manuscript. What is the final published version? That published version, their article is actually produced, and accessible PDF is also ready. No post-processing is required. They can, by default, accessible PDF can be generated. In addition to all these features, Neptune, there are some other features to Neptune, that is track changes. You can compare two text files, to versions of text files, to versions of PDF files. Version control is there. You can make some changes. You can keep a separate version, named version. We can reuse it, or you can restore the previous version, or use the latest version, whatever you want. So, and a lot of other features are there in Neptune, like you can you can accept or reject the changes made by the copy editor. You can answer the queries provided by the copy editor. You can upload new figures, new documents, etc. So if you want to know more about Neptune, please visit https://neptune.folio.org. So next is the XML-based authoring tool. So publishers can provide an XML-based authoring tool for those authors who want a YCB authoring environment. It should be a standard XML-based authoring tool. And from the XML-based authoring tool, publishers can export quickly the XML, PDF, HTML, EPUB, or any deliverable that they want. They can implement their own validation tools, or their own compliance checks. They can implement collaboration, and version control can be implemented, and it will be an efficient and accuracy system. So publishers should definitely think about providing either a LaTeX proofing solution or an XML proofing LaTeX authoring solution, or XML-based authoring solution for their authors to meet the speed, accuracy, or typography, and quality, and reduce the cost. So for XML-based authoring tool, we have a tool called Primo. This is an XML-based authoring tool developed by STM Docs company. We developed this in 2025, and it's in YC. It works in a YCB. It has a YCB approach, and from the XML-based authoring tool Primo, we can create PDF. That PDF is actually created by TeX in the background, so we can assume how the quality of the PDF will be high. And in the YCB environment, you can adjust the table weights. You can adjust that you can adjust looseness, and you can adjust above, below skips, You can adjust hyphenation. You can tie up two strings or string two words in order to avoid the bad breaking. For example, names. You can tie up given names and surnames which to avoid bad breaking, and you can do cross-reference of the elements, counters, and a lot of other features are there in Primo. When talking about the bibliography, you can import BibTeX database as such, or you can provide copy-paste the raw text of the bibliography, or you can type the bibliography details in a form mode or form-based environment. So all of these will be properly converted to XML and properly converted to PDF. To create an XML, you do not need any additional or post-processing. Then alternate images for the math content will be by default simultaneously generated. Publish, collaborate are available, and you can generate all versions of PDF, like the printed PDF, web PDF, and accessible PDF, track changed PDF, etc. You can be generated from Primo. Primo, currently one of the publishers and the European University publisher is using Primo for the last 6 months, and hopefully in this year, one of the prestigious publisher is going to start using Primo within a short span of time. Finally, conclusion. Speed is critical, but precision cannot be sacrificed. TeX is a powerful typesetting system with a programming-like capabilities. Publishers should understand that some of the TeX files are very complex. So when you demand a quicker turnaround time from the typesetters, please note that the complexity of the TeX article cannot be determined. The complexity, some of the documents contain a huge macro codes or a lot of customized loading of customized packages, and a lot of complexities are there to produce the XML, EPUB, or HTML or PDF. It's really challenging. So publishers, while enjoying the benefits of TeX, publishers should understand the complexity of TeX documents and adopt TeX-based authoring tool and encourage others to use it. And encourage others to use those who want a YCB authoring environment. Please ask them to use XML-based authoring and proofing tools. And publishers, please not contribute and enjoy, help the community and enjoy the benefits of it. So thank you all, and that's all for today. Bye.
So, do we have any comments on the chat, or if not, from the floor?
Not in the chat so far. But
not in the chat, then?
Yes.
Oh, question back there? Yes, go ahead. Oh, sorry. Okay, we'll use that one. All right.
You need both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do need both.
Just a comment. This is John Leonhard from MIT. I have used the Neptune system. I was delighted when the publishers introduced it. I wish it were the only workflow in use, and thank you for developing it.
He's still muted. Can you tell him he's still muted?
Oh, you're still muted. No, we can't hear you.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Well, it's muted in the call.
hello, can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Thank you.
It was muted both.
Yeah, okay. So, like you, many of the we have many happy authors who use Neptune very efficiently and happy with the functionality and everything. So the basic thing is TeX authors mainly want to see their manuscript in a TeX environment, not like in a YCB environment or an HTML-based proofing system. So when they get a TeX-based authoring tool, they are very much happy with it. Actually, the software, the tool Neptune and Primo was actually developed by STM Software Engineering, and STM Document Engineering is actually making use of the two products.
Good,
And
thank you.
Thank you.
Other questions? Carl?
Hi, Rishi. It's Carl. I just wondered if you feel like you're the victim of your own success, that all these amazing requirements are being foisted on you because they know you can apparently handle anything.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that is actually the expectation from others, because the requirement, even for the workflow will be like a simple workflow, but the output, the quality, and everything the others demand is according to a high standard. So what we need to do is we have to spend time on it. We do not